All right, what's up, guys? Should be good. Should be live. Mic should be working. Okay. All right, we got a big Friday night slate to go over. We got 10 games tonight. As always, guys, if you have any questions tonight, you can start throwing those in chat. I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream once again. We'll be live till about 6:30. Kind of talk through this slate, answer questions, whatever it may be, lineup specific questions, strategy, whatever you got. Throw those in chat and we'll get them answered. But again, guys, appreciate you tuning into the stream. Appreciate all you being here. Hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button as well. So far today, it's kind of been a quiet day for a big slate. We haven't gotten too much news today that's really changed a ton. We're waiting for some news from Houston. I thought that was really important, and we did get word that on Houston, Christian Wood and Jae'Sean Tate are both leaning more towards doubtful. So that's kind of important news that we'll discuss. I definitely think Şengün, KJ Martin, we saw both of them start last game in place of Wood and Tate, and they both played really well. They played big minutes. I like both those guys quite a bit today. I think that's some important news that we needed to hit on. And then there's some other question marks, like LeBron is questionable, but that's a 10:30 game, so we're not going to find out news on LeBron until way after lock. You'll definitely have to pay attention to that. Jimmy Butler questionable. I think he'll play though. Anthony Edwards is playing. And then, we're waiting for some starting lineups. There's some guys that are out tonight that we're going to see some starting lineup changes, like the Pelicans, for example. A lot of guys out for the Pelicans, so we'll have to pay attention to their starting lineup. Obviously, there's a lot of value on the Pelicans today that we'll touch on. But, yeah, guys, it's definitely a interesting 10-game slate. We're going to talk through things, answer questions. Again, if you have questions, you can throw those in chat. We'll try and get through everything over the next 20, 25 minutes. Let's do it, Noah. What number of Pelicans would you get to, and how do you feel about KCP? Number of Pelicans I would get to, I think it's fine to play 3-4 Pelicans. I think Devontae Graham's a really good play. I think J-Val is a really good play. I think Herb Jones is a solid value. And depending on what the starting lineup looks like, if like Tony Snell starts, I would not play Tony Snell. But like if they start Najee Marshall, like he's been a productive player when he's gotten minutes, I would have some interest in him for value. If they start Alvarado, I think Alvarado would be a good value. If they start Trey Murphy, we could maybe go there. But definitely think, J-Val, Jones, Graham, all solid plays. And then like Jackson Hayes is fine, but we'll have to wait and see what the starting lineup is. Right now, I think playing 3 Pelicans is fine. If there's a good value play that opens up based on the starting lineup, then you could probably play 4 at that point. You think LeBron is a good pick for over 46.5 PRA? I haven't took a look at any of LeBron's props today. Let me see. I mean, LeBron's role right now is just going to be so absurd. Like, I kind of talked about it in my video. In order for the Lakers to win games right now, LeBron's just going to have to do everything, and he's going to have to play like 40 minutes a night. So, if they want to beat the Wizards tonight, they're going to need LeBron to put up a massive game. So yeah, I mean, I think over 46.5 PRA is fine. I probably would I think I'd take fantasy points before I took PRA. Just because LeBron, he can get blocks and steals, which are obviously huge for fantasy points. There's 3 points per block and steal. But PRA is fine too. I mean, I'd be a lot more likely to bet LeBron's overs right now than betting unders. I feel like betting unders on LeBron is really scary. Unless you just think they're going to get blown out or something. What's up, Noah? Let's win some money heading into the weekend. Let's get it, Patrick. Let's get it, my man. We got to win some money tonight. Hopefully we can do so. Let's go, Noah. Don't lose on Fridays. Let's go, baby. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Trey, Tatum, or Towns? I would say Trey there would be my favorite. You like Mobley for 8,700 on FanDuel? 8,700? Man, that feels like a lot. Yeah, I think that's probably too much. I don't think I'd play Mobley at 8,700. Ball Mitchell or Kuzma? Give me Donovan Mitchell there. Ja, good spend up. I think Ja will be very low owned on this slate. I don't think that game's really going to get much ownership, the Knicks Grizzlies game. So if you want to play Ja in tournaments, I mean, I don't have any issue with it. Ja can put up a huge game any night. But on this slate, does he stand out as like the top stud? I don't think so. But that doesn't mean he can't have a good game. Best small forward on Yahoo. For small forward on Yahoo, I mean, if you can't pay up for LeBron, I'm kind of looking to like Miles Bridges, Herbert Jones, Marcus Morris. Probably like Marcus Morris and Herbert Jones, like those two. Those are probably my 2 favorite small forwards on Yahoo, just when you factor in price tag. But I definitely think LeBron's a good play if you can get to him, and I do like Miles Bridges at $30. What's up, DD? What's up, my man? Noah got us to victory. Hey, I'm going to try and do my best. Brown, Rozier, or Reggie Jackson. Give me Jaylen Brown there. But that's close between Brown and Rozier. Who's your favorite Yahoo shooting guard? Good luck tonight. Hey, T-Bone, good luck to you, my man. Good luck to you. Favorite shooting guard on Yahoo? It's probably Donovan Mitchell at $36. Like the matchup a lot against San Antonio. San Antonio's been playing fast this year. Defensively, they haven't been that good. I'd probably say Donovan Mitchell. Either like Mitchell or Jaylen Brown. There's not a ton of cheap options I like at shooting guard, so I think you're probably going to be paying up here if you can. Yeah, he has the hat on. We are winning today. This is my new hat I got from PrizePicks, man. PrizePicks hooked me up. They gave me a ton of free gear. Got this shirt. It's a PrizePicks. It's a long sleeve shirt. Got a PrizePicks hat they gave me. PrizePicks hooked me up, man. I had to represent all this cool stuff they got me. So yeah, we got the hat on today. Forward position sucks today. I mean, there's some options. I think now that we have these viable plays from the Rockets, like KJ Martin, Şengün, like those are some guys I like at the forward position. Both those guys can be played at power forward. But yeah, like small forward's kind of tough. Small forward's always a tough position to fill. Mobley, John Collins, Dinwiddie, or Capella, Gobert, Jalen Green. Having trouble with this? I'd say Capella, Gobert, Green, but that's really close. That's a close 3v3. Thoughts on Alvarado and Quickly? Alvarado, if he starts, I'm going to like him a lot. I think Alvarado is going to get more minutes regardless without CJ McCollum, but I would feel a little bit better about him if he starts. And then Quickly, Quickly's been playing really well, but his price has also come up to like over 5K. I'm not the biggest fan of Quickly now that he's over 5K, but I definitely think if Alvarado starts, he's going to be a really good value. Which he could start. We'll have to see what the Pelicans starting lineup is. Graham Booker, Saban Lee, LeBron, KJ Martin, Bagley, Valanciunas, Şengün. I mean, Brandon, I think that's solid. The Saban Lee play, I don't know if I'm super high on that one, unless you're kind of hoping for a blowout. But if you're playing Bagley, then like Bagley's gonna lose minutes in a blowout. But like if you want to play Saban Lee and hope it's a blowout, I don't hate it. I mean, he should play a little bit more without Diallo, without Frank Jackson, but yeah, I'm not super high on Saban Lee unless you're just like hoping that game blows out or something. How many Pelicans in single entry? I mean, in my one lineup today, I think I've got 3 Pelicans in my lineup right now. I think you're going to play at least a couple, 2 or 3. Depending on what the starting lineup looks like, you might be able to play 4 if there's some good value based on the starting lineup. But yeah, 2-3 Pelicans, totally fine. Been a while since I watched, but I'm in need of a win. Let's go. Hey, Jeremiah, appreciate you tuning into the stream, my man. Appreciate you. Let's get a win. Hopefully we can. Şengün night again. Yeah, if Christian Wood's out, Şengün's going to be a good play. I mean, we saw them play Şengün big minutes last game, and Şengün's been great when he's gotten minutes. I know his price is way up to 6,200, but last game he played 40 minutes in overtime, 35 minutes in regulation. Like, if they're going to play Şengün 35 minutes, most nights he's going to put up close to 40, if not over 40 DraftKings points. So, yeah, Şengün's a good play if he starts again, which it seems like Christian Wood's not going to play, which that should be the case, or that Şengün would start. Bagley, is it worth it with defensive Boston? It's definitely a tough matchup for Bagley, and obviously if that game blows out, Bagley will probably lose out on minutes. I don't think Bagley would play in a blowout. That's my one concern, but Bagley is a really good point per minute player. And obviously, after he busted last slate as chalk, I don't think anyone's playing him today. I mean, his projected ownership right now, let me see what it is. I imagine it's really, really low. Yeah, Bagley's projected ownership on DraftKings is 5%. I know it's a different slate, and obviously his prices come up a little bit. It's a tougher matchup. But Bagley was like 50% owned last slate, and now nothing's changed, and he's 5% owned. So I definitely think he's a good tournament play for sure. I don't think nobody's going to play him in that matchup. And after he busted. You like Hayes, scale of 1 to 10? I think Jackson Hayes is in play for sure. His minutes have not been super high, even though he's still been starting. But I think not having McCollum out there, that just opens up more minutes for everyone. Yeah, I think Jackson Hayes is still fine. He's probably my 4th, maybe 5th favorite play from New Orleans. Favorite forward under 5K? It's probably, assuming Jayshawn Tate's out, it's probably KJ Martin. Jalen Green, I haven't been on Jalen Green lately. he's been playing really well and he's been really productive, but I feel like there's some regression coming for Jalen Green. Like, I don't expect him to continue to put up 40 DraftKings points a night. He's just been so... We haven't seen this from Jalen Green all season. He's finally starting to play well. This could definitely continue, but I think at 6K, like, I'm not... I've gotten burned by Jalen Green a lot. When I have played him, he sucks, and obviously I haven't been playing him lately, and he's been crushing. I just can't get him right, so I'm not going to be on him tonight. He'll probably have another good game, but yeah, I'm not super high on Jalen Green at 6K. Also on a $29 Westbrook. I mean, if LeBron's out, I would like Westbrook a lot in that matchup. If LeBron plays, Westbrook's fine, but I don't know. The Westbrook thing is just so, I don't know. Man, I played Westbrook last time LeBron was out, and obviously he did terrible. Of course, last game, Westbrook played great with LeBron in. It doesn't make any sense to me. You would think Westbrook would be way better without LeBron, but actually last game he was better with LeBron in the lineup. Westbrook's just been so inconsistent this year. Scale of 1 to 10 on Dinwiddie. I mean, I think Dinwiddie's a good play without Jalen Brunson. Where would he fall on a scale from 1 to 10? He'd probably be like a 7 or 8. I mean, I think the minutes are going to be there. The usage should be there. They'll stagger his minutes with Luka. It's a fantastic matchup against Houston. Last time Brunson was out, Dinwiddie played 40 minutes. So, yeah, I think Dinwiddie's a solid play. I don't think I'd play Dinwiddie and Luka together. I don't think I'd do that, but I think Dinwiddie is definitely fine in your non-Luka lineups. Thoughts on KCP? Not super high on KCP. Man, those other Wizards, like outside of Kuzma, I just really don't ever play any of those Wizards. You know, Raul Neto, KCP, Denny Avia, like those guys just never excite me. I know KCP's been playing well lately, but his price is also to a point where I don't think he stands out. He's like 5K now. 4 Pelicans too many? I think it's fine. It's going to depend on starting lineup for me. Right now I have 3, but I could see playing 4 depending on what the starting lineup looks like. KJ Martin or Bagley? I would lean KJ Martin now. We just got word that Jay Shantae and Christian Wood are both out, so yeah, I would lean KJ Martin. What's your dog's name? My dog's name is Thor. Me and my girlfriend, we're big. We watch the Marvel movies, you know, big into superhero movies and stuff like that. So wanted to name him after Thor. RJ Barrett thoughts? I mean, RJ Barrett's fine. Him and Julius Randle, like they're both always playable because they're gonna play a lot of minutes if the game's close. But like RJ Barrett, I think he's like 8K now or close to it. Yeah, he's 7,900. I mean, I think it's like a low-owned option. RJ Barrett's fine. He's got upside in games that stay close, and he'll play big minutes in close games. But on this 10-game slate, does he stand out as one of my favorite plays? I don't think so. Reeves Bryant or Gafford, last man in at util. Thanks, go. You the best. Smash the F like button. Hey, John, appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. Reeves Bryant or Gafford, last man in. That's got to be for like showdown, or yeah, or the late slate or something. Those are all guys in the late game. So between Reeves Bryant or Gafford, I think Thomas Bryant. Like I don't even think he's been in the rotation if I remember correctly. Pretty sure ever since Porzingis came onto the team, I don't think Thomas Bryant has played. So I would definitely not play Thomas Bryant there. It would be between Reeves or Gafford. What has Gafford's minutes been like with Porzingis? So he's played 17 and 22 minutes. I think I'd rather have 20 minutes of Daniel Gafford than 30 minutes of Austin Reeves. So I guess give me Gafford. Thoughts on Porzingis? It's tough to go to Porzingis right now until we know what his minutes are going to look like. In the 2 games he's played since coming back, his minutes have been limited, 21 and then 26. He probably plays like 28-30 today. Could Porzingis put up a good game in 30 minutes? He absolutely could, especially in this matchup against the Lakers. But it's at his price point, it's tough to consider Porzingis a great play unless we know that he's like not limited, which I think it'll be at least a couple more games before Porzingis is off his minutes limit. Mobley or J-Val? I would take J-Val. Thoughts on fading the Clippers completely? I mean, you could definitely do that. Like, I don't think there's any standout plays from the Clippers. I do have some interest in Marcus Morris. I took his over points today on Prize Picks. We saw him play big minutes last game and play really well. The Clippers they're just an annoying team, but in games that do stay close, you'll see Marcus Morris, Reggie Jackson, those guys play big minutes. You would think this game against the Hawks should stay close. So, like, I don't hate Marcus Morris, but, yeah, I mean, I'd be fine fading the Clippers. I don't think there's any must plays there. On Yahoo, LeBron, Rozier, or Luka and Barrett or Bridges. Give me LeBron. Ooh, that's close. Give me Luka Bridges. That's really close though. Best power forward options under 5,400 and under. Probably KJ Martin. He's the first guy that stands out to me. You like Ant-Man at 6,400 on FanDuel? 6,400, that does feel really cheap. Again, like I don't look at FanDuel pricing. I'd have to know who's priced around him. But I think 6,400 for Anthony Edwards is, yeah, that's probably too cheap. But I feel like on FanDuel, everyone's too cheap with how their pricing works. Crowder, PJ Washington, or Carmelo? Give me PJ Washington there. Okay, Jimmy Butler will play. Caleb Martin out. Jared Vanderbilt will play. Tim will start. Russell Beverly, Edwards, Vanderbilt Towns. Okay. So nothing crazy there. Jimmy Butler is playing, so that was kind of important. Good to get that news. Any interest in Devin Booker? I think Devin Booker's a fine tournament option. He's going to play big minutes. He's going to play like 38, 40 minutes if it's a close game. Without Chris Paul, there's obviously going to be a lot of usage for Devin Booker to soak up. Even playing alongside Cameron Payne last game, Devin Booker still did really well. So I clearly think like the upside's there for Booker every night. And the price tag's not too high either. He's like, I think he's 8,900 on DK. Hey Noah, thanks for what you do on here. RJ Barrett or Miles Bridges? I lean Miles Bridges, but that's really close, Dez. That's really close. If you want to know what the projections have, I can tell you. My personal opinion, I would say, I would say Miles Bridges, but Barrett right now is projected for 39 DK points, and Bridges is projected for 37.2. So the projections would side with Barrett. I personally think I'd take Miles Bridges if that was me. Jackson Hayes or Kelly Olynyk? Give me Jackson Hayes there. Şengün and Morris or Mobley and Herb Jones? Give me Şengün and Morris, but that's another close one. Thoughts on J-Val? I mean, I think J-Val's a really good option. He's going to play big minutes if the game's close. It's a fantastic matchup against Charlotte. There should be more usage available without CJ McCollum, without Brandon Ingram. I think him, Herb Jones, all those guys are in play. Herb Jones, Devontae Graham. They're going to be pretty popular, I would think, but they're definitely good plays. The matchup's just too good to ignore. And the price tags didn't really adjust for McCollum being out today. Best center option, 5K and under. Well, you can play KJ Martin at center. I think he's got center eligibility, but if you don't have him already, then your probably next best center option is either like Jackson Hayes or Kelly Olynyk. Probably Jackson Hayes, I guess, but I would definitely say KJ Martin's my favorite pick there if you don't have him already. You like any Mavs besides Luka? I think with Jalen Brunson out, Spencer Dinwiddie's a pretty good option. He should play big minutes. If it's a close game, it's a fantastic matchup. He's got upside even playing with Luka because they will stagger his minutes. He'll get some minutes without Luka. So I definitely like Dinwiddie. Dorian Finney-Smith is out, so they might start Maxi Kleber. If Maxi Kleber starts, he's really cheap. So like I don't hate him as a value play. I think his upside's a little bit limited. He's not a super productive point per minute player. But I think Dinwiddie, Maxi Kleber, those are two guys that I like from the Mavs outside of Luka. Thoughts on Westbrook? Yeah, we kind of mentioned Westbrook. I would feel better about him if LeBron sits, but even if LeBron plays, or if LeBron plays, I'm not super high on Westbrook. For me, Westbrook would only become a priority if LeBron is out. And I know Westbrook busted last time LeBron was out, but I would be fine going back to him if LeBron sits. But I think LeBron will play. Mobley and Garland, both strong plays. The matchup's really tough against Miami. I don't think I would be playing those guys together. I mean, Mobley's role without Jared Allen is really good, and he's going to play a lot of minutes, and he should be really productive, but obviously the matchup's really tough. And then Garland, his role's really good right now. He's playing big minutes, but again, the price tag's high. Garland's like 9K. It's a tough matchup. They're fine options, but they're not guys I'm like building my lineup around tonight. Not much stands out from the Cavs today in a tough spot against Miami. Let's go, Noah. Do you think Dean Wade for value if he starts? I know it's a bad matchup. Man, I would not go there. I know Dean Wade started last game, but what did he? I don't think he really did anything. He might have. I might have missed it. I mean, 37 minutes and 23 DraftKings points like that literally feels like a good game from Dean Wade. Like, I feel like rostering Dean Wade is just like you're putting on 6 condoms. It's just like the worst play. There's like no upside there. And I already know now that I say this, Dean Wade's going to shove it in my face and put up like 40 tonight. But yeah, I couldn't imagine playing Dean Wade. Just the upside is just not there. Any interest in Austin Reeves for value? Not really. I mean, he's kind of similar to Dean Wade. Like, Austin Reeves just doesn't have much upside. I mean, what's a good game from Austin Reeves? 25 DraftKings points? I mean, he's had some good games recently, but I just feel like that's another guy that, man, the ceiling is just not there. Maybe a late slate play you could play Austin Reeves. On the full main slate, 10 games, I don't think I'd go there. Best forward for $14 on Yahoo. Already have KJ Martin. Okay, so if you already have KJ Martin, let's see. Probably Jackson Hayes. He's only $12 on Yahoo. I definitely think he's too cheap. So probably say Jackson Hayes. What about KJ Martin and Shingun? Are they both good play tonight? Definitely. With Christian Wood and Jayshawn Tate officially out, I think we'll see both those guys start again. They'll both play big minutes. They would probably play in a blowout as well if by some chance Houston gets blown out. So I feel really good about both KJ Martin and Shingun. Liked him a lot last slate when it was announced they were starting, and yeah, I think I'd be fine going back there, even though the price has came up a little bit. Best star player, Yahoo, Tatum, or Luka? I would prefer Luka over Tatum. Give me Luka. Morris for a last piece is fine. Marcus Morris, yeah, I think that's fine as the last piece. KJ Martin or Yao Ming? Man, I guess KJ Martin. But I don't know, man. Yao Ming, he's a legend. That was before my time, though. On DK, thoughts on Miles Bridges and Scary Terry? Are they good plays tonight? I mean, I think they're in play. I definitely like that game to target, the Pelicans-Hornets game. Obviously, you're going to be rostering a couple Pelicans on this slate, so if you want to play someone on the Charlotte side, run it back. I don't hate that. I think both Bridges and Terry Rozier are fine. I don't think I'd play them together, but yeah, if you want to play one of Rozier, Bridges, LaMelo, I have no issues with that. Graham Herter, Luka, Gordon, Martin, Barnes, Şengün, Morant. I mean, Kevin Huerter's someone I never play, I'll be honest. Like, the only times I play Kevin Huerter is when Trey's out. Just playing Kevin Huerter when the team's healthy, I just don't really ever do. But I think the rest of that lineup is solid. 6K below shooting guard. 6K and below at shooting guard, let's see. I think your best options, I mean, Jalen Green, I know I was shitting on him earlier, but I still think Jalen Green's fine to play there if he fits. You could go to Malik Monk, you could go to Alec Burks. It'd be one of those three, I think, between Green, Monk, Burks. I guess just play Green if you can fit him. 3,500 util, not Reeves. Man, there's not too much down here tonight, but I think with Bojan out, you do have Daniel House at the minimum salary, 3K. I'm guessing that Daniel House starts in place of Bojan, so if you want to go to the 3K Daniel House, if he's starting, like that's something I'm fine with. I think he's definitely a guy you could look to down there. But yeah, 3,500 and under, there's not too much down here that's playable. It's good. These Pelicans guys, depending on what the starting lineup looks like, if like Alvarado starts, you could obviously play him. If Najee Marshall starts, I think he's in play. So definitely keep an eye on that Pelican starting lineup because there could be one of those guys could open up. But for now, I would say like Daniel House if he starts for Bojan. LaMelo or KPJ? I would take LaMelo straight up. Thad Young viable on this slate? I wouldn't be going there, no. Especially not with the Raptors, getting back to full health. They got Van Vliet back. I know OG is still out, but yeah, I don't think I'd play Thad Young on this slate. Herb Bagley or Crowder? Give me Herb Jones. Thoughts on Rudy Gobert? I think Gobert is definitely in play. I think he's probably my second favorite center play behind J-Val. Gobert's price has come down a lot. He's only 7,400. He's going to play 32, 34 minutes if it's a close game, and it's a good matchup against San Antonio. And his numbers without Bojan have actually been really good this year. Like he's benefited a lot when Bojan's been off the floor. So I definitely think 7,400 for Gobert. If this game stays close, I feel pretty good about him getting 40, 45 DK points and being pretty good play. So I think Gobert is the guy I like. Or Gobert is fine. Thoughts on Mo Bamba? Not super high on Mo Bamba. His minutes have just been so unpredictable. The Magic right now, with how they're running their rotations, playing so many guys every night, like I don't really want to be rostering many Magic on this slate. And I worry about foul trouble going up against Cat. Like, it's just, yeah, I'm not super high on Mo Bamba. Any interest in Robert Williams at center? I mean, Robert Williams is always in play. I definitely like the matchup against Detroit. He should be able to dominate against Marvin Bagley. I think the price tag's where it should be, but yeah, Robert Williams is always in play. Barbecue ribs or steak? Man, I would think I'd rather have a nice center cut sirloin. Nice little medium steak. Medium rare, one of the two. But I do like me some barbecue ribs. I think pulled pork, though, is better. I prefer pulled pork over ribs. Gobert or Time Lord? I would say Gobert straight up. Bagley or Şengün? Give me Şengün. Yeah, Porzingis, I think for me, when it comes to Porzingis, it's going to depend on what kind of like minutes restriction he's on. In the 2 games he's played since coming back, he's been on a minutes restriction. So if he's limited again, probably not going to go there. Unless we get word that he's not limited, I don't have much interest in Porzingis. 6,500 or below at small forward. Let's see. I mean, I think Marcus Morris is fine. I think Mikal is fine. Although with Booker back, I'm not super high on Mikal. Don't really want to play Sadiq Bey. Don't really want to play Lauri Markkanen. I guess Marcus Morris. Yeah, I guess give me Marcus Morris. Any other Dallas players other than Luka and Dinwiddie? We mentioned Maxi Kleber. If Maxi Kleber starts for Dorian Finney-Smith, I think Maxi Kleber's an okay value. But I do kind of question his upside. KCP, Hayes, KJ Martin, or Suggs. Give me KJ Martin there. We think about Garland. Tougher matchup against Miami. I'm not super high on mini Cavs tonight. I mean, Garland always offers big-time upside because his role is just so good. But in the matchup against Miami, I'm not like building my lineup around Garland tonight. Good luck, Noah, and chat. Hey, Didi, my man. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, buddy. Rozier, Morris, and Herb, or Monk, Barrett, and Warford, Triple J. Give me Rozier, Morris, Herb there. Please don't let Joe Val bust. I got 100% of him in my single entries. Hey, he's in my main lineup right now, Chris. So yeah, I hope he doesn't bust. Feels like a really good spot for J Val. I mean, I think the way J Val busts tonight is either foul trouble or like blowout. The matchup's just too good. If he plays his full minutes, he should crush against Charlotte. Is Anthony Edwards on time restrictions tonight? Not sure if his. No, he's not on a minutes limit. He should be good to go. Thoughts on food delivery apps, and do you use them? I really don't, man. I really don't. I live in like a small city, so like I don't even know if I wanted to DoorDash, like I don't even know how many drivers there'd be available to DoorDash to me. I live literally like right outside, like where I live in the middle of the city, or like my small city I live in. It's like a 2-minute drive to, the main restaurants that I would want to eat at. So I just drive myself. But I did, whenever we went to Charlotte for like some of the basketball games, yeah, we used DoorDash then. We actually DoorDashed one time. We were trying to get Chipotle like late at night, and we ordered it, got DoorDashed, and like the driver never picked up the food. So the one time I did use DoorDash, I had a pretty bad experience, I'll be honest. Good luck, Noah. Have a good weekend. Dirty Dan, my man. You have a good weekend as well. Doncic or Luka on Yahoo? I think you might have messed up that question, buddy. How do you feel about Kuzma revenge game? I mean, it's a good matchup. I don't know if the revenge game matters, but yeah, it's a good matchup. The Lakers defense has been bad. They play pretty fast. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kuzma do well tonight, but I think with Porzingis now playing, I think that hurts Kuzma's upside a little bit, just because he's going to cede some usage to Porzingis. I'm going to answer these last few questions, then we'll hop out of here, guys. What do you think about Mobley? We kind of talked about Mobley. The matchup is pretty bad against Miami, but his role without Jared Allen is really good. He's had huge games, back-to-back games without Jared Allen, so I think the upside's always there. It's just the matchup against Bam is really tough. But I think as a low-owned option, yeah, Evan Mobley's fine. Dinwiddie or Jalen Green? I prefer Dinwiddie. What's your main lineup looking like? I don't give out lineups, man. You want my core plays? I give out core plays on Patreon, but I'm never going to share my full lineup. Kleber and Russ or Dinwiddie and Bagley? Give me Dinwiddie and Bagley there. You think House starts for Bojan? Is he good value at min price? I think if House does start, which I am expecting him to, yeah, for 3K if you're looking for someone that cheap, he's probably your best option. So yeah, I definitely think Daniel House is in play, assuming he's starting, which he should be. Sorry, Doncic. Oh, I think we answered that already, Christopher. I said Luka. Give me Luka over Tatum. Have a great weekend, Noah. Thanks for all you do. Denise, appreciate you. Have a good weekend as well. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I wish you guys the best of luck tonight. It's a Friday night. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. You guys know that I normally don't stream on the weekends, so we should be back on Monday. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate all the questions. Again, best of luck tonight. We'll see you guys Monday. Have a good weekend. Peace out, fellas.